Hi, I'm Chef Andreas, chef of LA Prime Restaurant. Today I'm going to show you how to make a great shepherd's pie with a layer of corn. Okay, so we're going to be making a great shepherd pie with a layer of corn. So first, let's talk about our ingredients. I have minced white onions. We have diced carrots. We have a little bit of tomato paste, fresh chopped thyme, English peas, flour, which is going to thicken it all together, a little bit of Lea and Perrine sauce, a great red wine, Cabernet or Pinot Noir, your preference, a beautiful beef stock. This is fresh roasted California corn, sauteed ground beef, we have cheddar cheese, and a little bit of fresh pepper. So let's get started with our shepherd's pie. We're going to start in our pan, a little bit of olive oil. We're going to start by sauteing our carrots and our onions. We're going to get those going, and now we're going to add our English peas. Okay, so we're going to start those, let those start to saute a little bit. We want to let those cook a little bit. We're going to add a little bit of fresh ground pepper. Make sure your heat is on like a medium to low. You don't want it too high. We're going to add a little bit of salt, just a little bit to start cooking. Okay. So you want to saute your carrots, your celery, your carrots, your onions, and your peas just until they start to soften. And once they start to soften, we can go ahead and add our thyme. It's a really important component. Okay. We're going to add our tomato paste. And this is going to be actually give it a really good tomato flavor. It's going to actually kind of bind it together as well. So you can saute that, keep that going. We're going to get everything in the pan. We're going to add our Lea and Perrine sauce. This is a great dish. It's one of my favorite dishes, and I think adding corn, you're going to love it. Okay, we're going to go ahead and add flour. Okay, let that kind of cook with the red wine. And the flour as well will be a thickening agent, and once everything's together and it cooks for about 20 minutes, it's all going to come together and thicken up. Okay, so we have our red wine, all of our ingredients going there. And then we're going to add our beef stock. So next goes in our beef stock. So you want to put that in. That's going to add a really good flavor, richness to the dish, and it's going to make it moist. You want your shepherd pie to be nice and moist. You don't want it to be dry. Even though it's covered with the corn, even though it's covered with the potatoes and cheese, you want to make sure that the meat is really nice and moist. Okay, so now we're going to add our ground beef. We're going to add all of our ground beef in there. And I pre-cooked that ground beef. It's just an 80-20 blend of ground beef. So we're going to add that in there. Let that cook. Turn my heat down just a little bit. Okay, then we're going to add a little bit of corn. Even though we're going to put a layer in between, I'm going to add just a little bit inside for some texture in the shepherd's pie. Okay. So we got everything going here. You want to let this cook. This is the base of your shepherd pie, which will go on the bottom. So we want to let this cook probably about 20 minutes. So we're going to let this continue to cook for 20 minutes, and we'll be back. Okay, so it's been 20 minutes now. Our shepherd pie has been cooking. It looks delicious. So now the next step, what we want to do is we want to take this mixture. It's all come together really nice. It looks really moist. We're going to spoon this into our baking vessel. So we're going to take all this beautiful, flavorful ground beef. If you notice how moist it is, that's what you're looking for. You want to keep it really moist, and that's what the beef stock does. So, okay, so we're going to put one layer on the bottom like that. Okay. The next step is we're adding a layer of corn. This is fantastic white corn grown here locally in California. So I'm going to spoon some of this corn here, and I've lightly seasoned and roasted this corn. And then the next thing we're going to do is we're going to pipe our mashed potatoes on top. So I've made some mashed potatoes with garlic and butter, cream. We're going to pipe this right on top, just like this. I'm going to just pipe that right on top, make a beautiful decoration, just like that. You will impress a lot of your friends with that. Okay, so we want to get all the potatoes on there just like that. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to take a little bit of cheddar cheese and sprinkle on top. All right? And this is a wonderful dish. It's a great dish. So you want to take that, bake it in the oven for about 20 minutes at 350 degrees. The potatoes will get nice golden brown. The cheese will melt. This is a fantastic dish. So hope you enjoy. Once again, shepherd's pie with a great layer of California white corn. Bon appetit.